what does every great keyboard have in common, right? And I think I'm gonna get in a little bit of trouble today with today's review. Talking about the Lofree Flow. Now, Lofree was nice enough to send this out. As always, an honest and transparent review. But in using this keyboard for the first time after seeing months of reviews on it, because it came out a while ago, it's not a brand new keyboard. But there's been a ton of reviews on this. And so I have opinions and I want to share them. What makes a great keyboard? Let's jump into it. The Lofree Flow has one of the best unboxing experiences you're going to find with this type of keyboard. Now, this is more of a lifestyle keyboard. It's designed to be aesthetically pleasing while having high-end features and benefits. Inside the box, a USB-A to USB-C cable. You also get the manual, warranty card and certificates, and the Lofree Flow itself. Now, this is the world's first, as they say, gasket-mounted palm switch low-profile keyboard. It's dual connectivity with Bluetooth as well as USB-C. It has a 2000 milliamp battery, which allows you to use it for up to 40 hours off a single 3-hour charge. The body is cool to the touch as it is a lightweight aluminum with brass fittings for the feet as well as the logo on the end there. It also has rubber feet. It's a one size, so there is no adjustable height here. On the bottom of the keyboard, or I guess towards the back rear of the keyboard, you'll see a switch for 3 settings: off, on, meaning it's plugged in wired, or Bluetooth when you want to connect it via Bluetooth to your device. You know, gaming on this is not designed for gaming whatsoever. But with it being a mechanical switch, along with it being a low profile switch with a very low actuation point, it actually is a pretty competent gaming keyboard. I would not use this if I was obviously competitive gaming, FPS and things like that. You can playing casually, and you know, but if you consider yourself a heavy gamer, this keyboard isn't designed for you, but you can still game with this keyboard because, like I said, it's a mechanical switch. The switches are nice. I have the Phantom switch. You know, it's the black keyboard, so it's the Phantom switch. Has a little tactile bump midway through it. You don't really feel that when typing because it's such a low actuation point, such a low travel distance. You don't really feel that as if it was a larger switch with longer, you know, travel distance. So, you know, in gaming, it's good. It's definitely usable. Mechanical switch, gasket mounted, nice surface. So no complaints there. You know, it's good to go for gaming. Okay, the one negative for me with this particular keyboard is connectivity. Now, 2024, every keyboard at this point has a 2.4G dongle. Low latency, wireless connectivity. This one has this one has wireless connectivity via Bluetooth, and it's not very good. Now, the website says 15 meters, but my computer is right there, about 7 feet away, and I have an older motherboard. It's the Meg X399 Creation motherboard because I have a Threadripper 2950X as my CPU. But it has old Bluetooth on it. But even at 6 feet, I'm way less than the 15 meters that are advertised. And so with that being said, this does not have the best Bluetooth. And so because of that, I'm tethered to my desk for connectivity regarding, you know, this USB-C cable here. Put this in my face so you can cover my eyes. The nice thing about this is that it's thin, and so it fits on the very edge where you connect the Bluetooth. It's not a hindrance. But if you have any size to your Bluetooth cable, it's probably not going to fit there. So for me, I hope in version 2, the next one that they release on this, that there's a dongle. I mean, keyboards, $45 have dongle, so $160. You know, you kind of expect it to have that tri-mode connectivity at this point. Typing on this feels good. Like typing on this, it feels good. It takes a little bit to get used to it. Because it is even lower than, you know, the average low profile keyboards. It feels a little bit like almost when I have things like this on my wrist, I have to like the little latch there, I have to put that upward so that my wrist can sit flush on my desk. But once my wrists are flush on the desk, it feels really good because it's a natural level of my fingertips. I don't have to have a wrist rest to use this. That's one thing when I use some of the larger keyboards and they're up here, right? It puts that stress on the wrist right there, right? And then going into the forearm there. And over time, it adds a lot of stress to the hands, right? This is a flush, flat feel. It's almost like putting one of those Delta things underneath your, they have them for the mouse, but they now have them for the keyboard. It's almost like you put those on there and it evens it out. But that's kind of what this feels like when typing on this. I'm anxious to see how this progresses over time. They say that the palm switches become more and more fluid or smooth as you use them. The Lofree Flow is hot swappable, right? I have the black version, so it comes with the Phantom tactile switches. They have a slight hump in them on the way down through the actuation point, which you really can't feel because of how low the travel distance is. These have a cutout on the switches so that the light can shine through from the north facing RGB, or really it's backlighting on the PCB. You can use other switches from Lofree. Slightly hard for me to recommend any other brand because these are the first palm switches, and so I would stay away from that. I really don't feel like this board is one that you're going to buy to customize with third-party switches. I think you're going to use the ones from Lofree, which are the 3 versions that they have, which are the tactile, linear, and clicky. Removing the switches are easy enough. I mean, the way that they have it listed on the website is that it's super easy, but the way that the tabs sit to release it are kind of horizontal, and they show a vertical release pattern, which does work, but you do have to apply a little bit of force. I will say once you get used to it, it's fine. The keys themselves are, pretty thin because of how low profile they are. So even switching the keys out, you can do it. They have the MX Cherry style top, but even still, it's almost like, you would want to stay within their ecosystem to update the board. Okay, let's talk RGB. I've seen some very negative comments in regarding this, and it makes sense. There's really not RGB on this keyboard, but what I will say to that is that there is accent lighting on this keyboard, and I think it's really elegant, and I think it's really well done. I don't think that this is the type of keyboard that you're going to have a ton of RGB coming through just because of the aesthetics of it. It's more of a desk piece, and so they have this really nice lighting that comes off from the side, and there is a very minimal backlighting on the top of the keyboard, and it's not really designed to light up the keys or anything like that. It's more along the lines just to add a sense of backlighting when using this as a keyboard. It's not RGB, so I don't think it's bad. I don't have a negative opinion of it. I think it's a really nice, elegant touch. So let me know your thoughts. I can definitely wholeheartedly recommend this keyboard. This is a perfect keyboard for a work from home setup, productivity setup, travel setup, even gaming, like casual gaming. Not if it's like your main thing is gaming, it's not best for that, but if it's like it's a multi-purpose setup situation, this is perfect for that. On the go with Bluetooth connectivity sitting right next to the device you're connected to, I think it's good for that as well. Mac OS, Windows OS, iOS and Android compatible. So all great for that. I saw on the forum some people were saying that it doesn't work with Linux, but I mean, really. But I guess a lot of people use Linux, just really. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like today's content, consider joining the Cozy Coalition and hit the subscribe button below. And as always, stay cozy in that crazy world, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.